Welcome to the studio. We're going to check out a quick little idea taken from Tony Williams. Tony would start his solos off with a warm-up period. Okay, so if you check out some solos by Tony Williams on YouTube, check out about 3 of them, and you'll see that he usually starts his solos off with double strokes and single strokes, and he's works his way into paradiddles and different combinations of them, and then starts moving it around on the toms and finally orchestrating it all over the kit and doing just amazing things, going in and out of time, playing linear ideas and mixing them with grooves. It's just it's something else. He's taking everything every drummer has ever done before him and putting it into his solo. So let's get into it. How the point here is not to be playing up to Tony's level, so don't worry about that. The point here is to take some of the things he was doing and integrate them into our playing. So first we have to make an exercise out of it. So if we break these things down into little chunks, basically what we have is we have doubles, all right, and we have singles, right, at different speeds. And so we can just take singles and doubles and work on those, right? Well, we all probably do that already. And so what I would say is take a few bars of each and go back and forth between the two until you get your singles and your doubles relatively sounding the same. I'm sure a lot of you have seen that, but for those of you who haven't, it would be something like this. We just start playing doubles. Right? So that's kind of the idea that's going on here. Tony's working through his singles and his doubles, and he later starts adding dynamics to them. So he starts doing things like this. All right, so you can see that that's very difficult to do. And it's something that you can spend a lot of time working on. So it's a great exercise to begin with. And then later, when you're done practicing that, you want to integrate that into your playing. Make it part of something you're improvising. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You can stop and start. Okay, so you see what I mean? It's just a matter of getting comfortable with it. Then you want to take things like subdivision and look at that. And I think that a way to understand subdivision is to take stickings and put them in their native subdivision. And what do I mean by that? Okay, so if we have a triple paradiddle, right, and we start, and mind you, I'm playing that without any accents, and that's kind of what Tony would do. He would play without accents and he would keep the time very elusive by doing this, and that's why we're talking about subdivision, because you don't really know whether or not the quarter note is in one place or another. He hasn't really defined that because he's not playing on his hi-hat, and when he's not playing accents, you could be playing triplets, in other words. Okay, so we're feeling the quarter note here. All right, if I take away those accents, I get this. And all of a sudden my quarter note's there. Right? So that is another little thing we take from Tony, is this elusive quarter note. Where is it? And that is something that's going on in the minds of his spectators when he's doing this. So he can get away with just playing single strokes because he's deciding where the accents are going to be. It's real tricky. So, in other words, let's take some subdivisions like the triple paradiddle. Okay, but let's just say that we're going to play double paradiddles. And let's say that's where our quarter note is. And then we go to doubles. Okay, now we go to the triple paradiddle. All right, so it has this very elusive feel to it. I might be feeling the quarter note here, or right? So if I'm feeling the quarter note there, I can keep it to myself. Otherwise, if I was letting you know where it was, I'd do this. All right, and maybe Tony would do that. Maybe throw that in there to give to say, okay, here's where the quarter note is. Or maybe he would even do something like set up the quarter note like there, and then this is going to create a polyrhythmic effect if you're feeling the quarter note here. But honestly, that's the illusion that's happening, and that's the trick that Tony's playing on his audience. So here's a cool little thing that he would apply, which I think was a motif that he would add. All that other stuff is just stickings and rudiments and trickery. And then I think he would throw this little thing in, and it's one of my favorite things that he does, and it's very simple. And what it is he's just playing flammed triplets or flammed quarter note triplets. It's whatever how you want to look at it. But if I'm looking at as this is, let's say, my quarter note. Okay, so let me play a little hi-hat here for you. All right, so right there, those are triplets, I hope, and just playing them one-sided rather than alternating, and playing them that kind of one-sided gives it this sound that's a little different. The accenting is quite different on that one. It gives this what I like to call a motorcycle revving effect. So it's like okay, so play with that. Play different subdivisions there, or not different. Sorry, different subdivisions, but different stickings there, and different you know, single strokes, double strokes, and play with that, and you'll get this really cool effect. And that's all I have for today, guys. I could go on and on and on about this subject and about this one idea here, but I really just wanted to show you that cool effect and share with you something that it took me a long time to figure out what it was he was doing, and it's such a simple thing that I can show it to you. So just take a 6-stroke roll, basically. All right. Play that however you want. Get it to where you can just play it as singles. If you have to use your hi-hat to help you, you can. And then go into this little and then try it without the hats. And then try different combinations. So I hope you like this. Please let me know. Leave a comment. Click like. And you can always find me at Keith Peavy Lessons at keithpeavy.com. Thanks for viewing, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care.